On either side the river stand, the toll blocks of England, where once Miss Shepherd stalled unplanned, and Alan Bennett gave a hand to shift her ancient van. She came to Camden Town a lot, and there she found a little plot, the garden of her Lancelot, the lady of the van. She'd once possessed an old Reliant, not DVLC compliant, too small a base for such a giant, and then she got her van. 4 old wheels and 4 flat tyres, with no plumbing and no wires. The lady halts and then retires in her ancestral van. And Bennett said she was a pain, but still he didn't much complain, though living near her was a strain in that disgusting van. But gave 3 cheers, or 2.5, each day he found her still alive. It seemed incredible she'd thrive in that disgusting van. And then he often got quite knocked by the van whose plugs were never sparked. He never bit, just sometimes barked at that decrepit van. Rusty, mouldy, unhygienic. His view not remotely scenic. Garden less than photogenic. Thus the lady's van. She'd had a musical vocation, but nuns advised renunciation, pushing for self-abnegation as she took the veil. Committed to an institution, fate as sad as prostitution, giant turned to Lilliputian. Bennett learns the tale. Though visited by various nuns, excuse me, she stuck to her eccentric guns and lived on prunes and currant buns, a nightmare if she got the runs. She was unique sartorially, and wore a shirt down to the knee, wrote letters to the Holy See, ended each phrase with possibly the lady in the van. One day there came a hurricane, a howling storm with driving rain which threatened to quite unrestrain the hinges of the van. The camper rocked from side to side. Miss Shepherd clung on terrified. The curse has come upon me, cried the lady in the van. Next day she packed a dress and a comb and let them take her to a home. A fate as sad as Ethan Frome. And in the night she died. No family could be discerned but Bennett, whom she'd often spurned, thinking of all that he had learned, a life inside a van interned, and suddenly musing all that day, said, let me put this in a play, an obsequy to my human stray, the lady in the van. For water, which I hope you're all coming to, for Water Aid as part of Beedine Festival, June 2nd, 2 p.m. at Beedine Park. Okay, and if wet, I think it's in the Church of the Martyrs Hall up the road. So it's got a chorus, so I need you to join in. Okay, so I'm going to say how come, and I need you to shout how come. Okay, how come?
How come?
How come?
How come?
How come?
How come?
Okay, and then together we say when the rain falls.
When the rain falls.
Do the actions as well. Okay, how come?
How come?
When the
rain falls.
Okay, how come?
How come?
When the river flows.
When the river flows.
Okay, how come?
How come?
Our earth is dry.
Our earth is dry.
How come?
How come?
Our hands are empty.
Our hands are empty.
Okay, so I say how come, you say how come, then we do the next bit together with the actions. Okay? So that's the chorus. From the great central way, where the trains once ran, to the old canal where the bridges span, from the new co-op to the great big slide, the cry goes up from every side, how come?
How come?
When the rain falls. How come?
How come? When the river flows.
How come?
How come?
When the
Earth is dry.
How come?
How come?
Our hands
Hands are dry.
From the African farms where the crops are dying, to the Indian homes where the wells are drying, from the child who is sick from the dirty river, the cry goes up as our voices quiver, how come?
How come?
When the rain falls. How come?
How come?
When
the river flows.
How come?
How come?
The earth
Earth is dry.
How come?
How come?
Our
hands are empty.
Oh, the desert runs fast as it swallows your home, and the rains don't last even when they come. And our skin's like leather and our throats are dry. Still from every heart we hear the cry, how come?
How come?
When the rain
falls.
How come?
How come?
When the river
Earth
flows.
flows.
How come?
How come?
The
Earth is dry.
How come?
How come? Our hands are empty.
Okay, it's a verse in Hindi. Meri achi tarah se sukha hai, aur pani nahi hai. Mere paas salu makuk hai, meri bachar bimar hai. How come?
How come?
When the
Rain falls.
How come?
How come?
When the river
Earth flows.
How come?
How come?
The earth
Is dry.
How come?
How come? Our hands are empty.
Now the farmer weeps as the crops are dead, and the mother cries as the children aren't fed, and the earth is cracked and the soil is sand. Still the cry goes out from every land, how come?
How come?
When the rain
Falls.
How come?
How come?
When
The river flows.
How come?
How come?
When the earth is dry, how
How come?
How come?
Our hands are empty.
When you're down on your knees, no hope in sight, because the man says that water's not a human right. And you've only got to do one thing, and that's sing for water. Everybody sing, how come?
How come?
When the
Rain falls.
How come?
How come?
When the river flows. How come?
How come?
When the earth is dry. How come?
How come? Our hands are empty.
One more time. How come?
How come?
When the
Rain falls.
How come?
How come? When the river flows.
How come?
How come? The earth is dry.
How come?
How come? Our hands are empty.
Thank you. Women and ageism is still one of those areas where women experience the old double standards when it's to do with looks and getting older. It's about that moment when you look in the mirror and you realise that the image that you have in your mind is not the image that you see in the mirror. So this is a Lewis Carroll take, and it's called To the Looking Glass. You are old, Sister Wilma, the Looking Glass said. Crows have printed the edge of both eyes, and yet you persisted on painting your face. Do you think at your age that is wise? In my youth, I replied, I was terribly shy and never unsettled a goose. I will make up in spades. But now, as youth fades, I feel I can set myself loose. Come close, said the mirror, and see what I see. The whisker that sprouts from the chin. The colouring faded, shows hormones are jaded. Have you seen the condition you're in? You are wrong, Mr. Looking Glass, I then responded. Your reflections are all back to front. Light bends in your crater. If you could see straighter, you'd rise up and not be so blunt. Come, said the Looking Glass, whispering lower. You look like you've gone through the mill. You need make-up practice. I said, my fact is, you're craggy, it's over the hill. Over the hill, I replied. I'd forgotten the hill. I'm too busy climbing that mountain. That stuff's in bad taste. I've got no time to waste by dipping my face in youth's fountain. You can pack up your razor, your lipo and bleach. I ain't going under no knife. I'm feeling fantastic. There's no use for plastic. Back off, unless your words end your life.